I think it could be helpful to other people. So if you find that this is helpful, please share it because um, the topic is anxiety. And yesterday I had an experience where I talked to several people and I asked them just like, what do you feel? What do you see out there? And they all use the word anxiety, and it's something that I observe also. It's just everywhere. It's like a light version of fear. And I noticed that the way it is for me is that it's like my mind has a little TV set in there, and it's tuned to a channel like a news feed that is something that I don't showing me behaviors that I don't want, people's behaviors, group behaviors that I don't want, and that I respond to that by being dissatisfied, disturbed. And this morning, I did a practice. The morning started very unusually. I didn't have time for a morning practice because of a sick cat in unexpected circumstances. So I wound up driving for an hour. And while I was driving, I did this practice, which I sometimes do 4-4-4 breathing. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But as I was doing it, it was clarifying for me what was really going on because I could feel my mind. So I'm breathing. Let's say I'm inhaling in 4 parts, and then I'm holding for 4 parts, and then I'm exhaling for 4 parts. So I'm driving, I'm breathing, and I can feel I'm concentrating on the breathing, I'm concentrating on the counting, but I can still feel my mind teasing at me, sucking at me, because it has an energy, it has a frequency, it's kind of gotten going, and it wants to continue. It's just like saying to me, like, I want to continue, I want to keep on this frequency. So I notice the pattern that's underneath that. And what's underneath it is finding a behavior in another person. Usually it's a person that's close, a partner, a family member, something like that, or a group of people that I don't prefer. And feeling like that is disturbing my energy field, that it's coming into my space somehow, and that I am disturbed. And that I am coming to increasingly realize is not good science, it's not good energetics, because it's up to me whether something gets into my space or not and my reaction to it. So, what I find is that if something is in another person or a group of people is what I don't prefer, I can use that to clarify, saying, no, that's not for me. This is for me. That's not for me. And if I stay in my own business and not go into their business, that's what I'm tempted to do, is to go into their business thinking that why that partner of mine, why that friend of mine, why that acquaintance of mine, why that fellow Kundalini yoga person of mine is doing this, and somehow it's I have to do something in order for me to be satisfied, in order for me to be stable, in order for me to be happy, in order for me to be at rest. I have to do something. So, by that very fact, I go out of my business and go into their business. I go out of what I can control and go into what I can't control because I can't control their behavior. And what I find is that I have plenty to do to just mind my own business and get my own house in order. It fully occupies me to do the the energetics, the practicing of staying in my own business. So what I want to offer you is in 3 parts. One is stay in your own business. Two, work with energy the way that it is to if you are tempted to believe that what another person is doing is affecting you, then just stop right there and think of what you're doing. Think of what you're doing. You're actually, by your belief, you're allowing that to happen. You're actually enabling, you're setting it up. And the third part is there's something simple you can do. What I tend to do is to start breathing through my left nostril if I feel like something's going on that I don't like, or I'll do 4-4-4 breathing. And I want to show you that. We'll do it together for 1 minute or a minute and a half or something like that. And you can do it longer. It actually takes doing it longer for it to set in your nervous system and for you to establish an energetic in your body, usually, so that you're following the rhythm of your breath and your body is following that rhythm rather than the rhythm of the mind, which has been activated and energized and excited by all this stuff going on the outside. So here's the breathing. Put your hands together and make a little teepee, the pads of the fingers together with the pads of the finger on the opposite hand. Close down your eyes. And then it's very simple. Just begin sniffing in 4 parts equal. Hold for 4. And then breathe out in 4 sniffs. And then hold out for 4. If you can't do 4, do 3. Stick with this as long as you can. If you're doing this and you can do 6, fantastic. But 4 is plenty. That's slowing down your breath to about 4 times a minute. That's more than enough to get you stable. Okay, so close down your eyes and sit straight or stand straight and inhale. And I'll try to wrinkle up my nose so that you can see it. And I'll try to wrinkle it up as I exhale so you can see that too. And inhale. Hold the breath. And exhale. Shake out your hands. So remember, it's just so easy to do. If you like this, if you feel that other people would be helped by it, please forward it to them. I made it so that it can spread widely so that people can help themselves. And I'm also teaching a class this Sunday at Radiance Yoga. It's on Zoom. And the following Sunday, and both of them are going to be on this topic. They're from 9 to 11. You can go to, and I'll put it in the, I'll put it in the title of this video. You can go to Radiance /yoga.net and you can go under workshops and you can register. Thank you very much. If you, again, if you like this, forward it. Let us all see if we can bring the level of anxiety down. Satnam.